G'day from Australia. This is Jay from the Life Theories crew. How's everyone going out there? Thank you very much for tuning in. We're looking forward to another exciting episode of Life Theories. We've got my friend over in somewhere in America, because I go blanket at 5:30 in the morning in Australian Eastern Standard Time. Something bloody wrong with me, I tell you. How are we going? Diana from Washington, New York, or whatever how we go. See, that's what happens when you get up. That's what happens when you don't sleep and the full moon's out. We're going to talk about the full moon. But how are you?
Yeah, I'm pretty good. The full moon energy is always kind of intense, definitely. But it's all about releasing, so it can actually be a good thing if you use the energy properly.
Well, today, the last few days has been huge with regards to the full moon and the radiation coming out of it. The radiation being the moon power and the light coming off it in the backyard. In my backyard, I actually stood with my crystals as I repowered them, of course. Stood there and I copped a whole heap of moon power through the crown chakra. And I did my ritual this morning.
Oh, nice.
A lot of things changing up. We talked about vibration a couple of days ago with my other co-host in the 1111 Spiritual Transit podcast with Jackie. We talked about vibration rate. And it's funny, we as you ascend, you're sort of ascending. As I said, Doctor Strange is the easiest way to do it. You're sort of ascending above people and seeing it, everything at a different level. Everything's different. Absolutely everything. I can't tell you how much that things have changed. Working into the heart chakra, thinking for yourself, and actually your purpose is more and more clear, I think. Well, I found it anyway. Much more clear than what you're doing. You sort of got that calmness that you are on your path. I can't describe it because you always look for it and you force it in a lot of ways. But I feel comfortable with where we're at the moment. So how are you going with everything?
Yeah, I think it's more like when you've made decisions that are on your path, like they're in alignment with your purpose, even if you're not going to be completely done with your purpose, right? But it's the journey, but you feel aligned, like when you're on the right path, right? Like it's where you're talking about the feeling, it's just being in alignment. You're going the right direction, and you might not have it all figured out, and you might not, you might be have there are things still in the works, but it's the right direction. You're getting the synchronicities.
Your numbers coming along.
With what, like
111 111 555 333.
You're talking about
numbers.
The number, yeah, and I do see them
Shocking,
more.
they're all coming up.
Always 1111 is a big one. But yeah, pretty much all of them. You'll know when you're and then you'll get like feathers. If you believe in the messages and stuff, like the signs, like you'll see feathers along the path, or sometimes when you just said something, or someone else says something and it was something you needed to hear, or something you were thinking of, for me, just hearing the confirmation somewhere else, like in a reading or something. I come across some kind of information, or I could be even at a store. And it's like a message specific that it's for you,
Look, it's everything. Look, you believe that you see something because you need to see it. Okay, so nothing's ever in it. No,
there's no coincidence.
There's no coincidence when things pop up, like you watch YouTube and something pops up, and you're guided that way. But you have to let yourself guide yourself. I mean, a lot of people these days we force, and obviously we've got our theory that we're being, where we're living it, we're trained for the mind and not the heart. Anyone who goes to the heart, it takes a big step to actually transform and get rid of those thoughts, and not get rid of the power that you've been trained to do for so long. But you can see now that how much you fight it when you actually go through. Obviously, I went through it earlier this year, and wow. It's like a big smash. But I did, people have asked me about the spiritual awakening as well, because everyone knows I've gone through and they feel that there's a lot of difference within myself. And I feel so much different because I think I've basically kill the ego as much as I can, especially when the ego comes up, you've killed it because it doesn't feel nice. But I had the breakdown 5 years ago. Now, I think that was basically emotional breakdown, but also spirit. I don't think it was the true spiritual breakdown. There was a bit of it, I think. It opened me up I think basically I had the breakdown to open up to the true spirituality that we go through.
Yeah.
Because I was doing it, but was I really doing it? Probably not, because I was still in my head. So I had to be taken down in that way because of the lessons that the universe was showing me, and I wasn't learning them. So here you go, ladies and gentlemen, bang. And then when you have okay, here we go. Let's use the twin flame. Catchword these days. But it's the true spiritual awakening when you actually crush the ego and working within your heart chakra, and you just feel it. And it's the most ugliest, yuckiest, crappiest thing you'll go through. I'll be honest with you. Reckon heartbreak's bad. Yeah, play at the twin flame, ladies and gentlemen. Jeez. Anyway, but you look at the true spiritual breakdown because you're actually working within your heart chakra. Going to give you a recommendation to our viewers. Watch the Samadhi video and watch the shift. It's 2 videos you can watch probably every second day and pick up something different because your consciousness and your vibration is at a different level. Basically, worked in the heart chakra, right? So you're working within your pure purpose. You're getting out of the mind. And the 2 videos that I'm recommending people to watch to understand it, to start understanding it, is the video called Samadhi, and also The Shift by Wayne Dyer. So powerful. So powerful. You don't really understand it. Like, I watched The Shift the other day and I picked up something I didn't understand. Like I was talking about, I think the last time we were on, talking about non-interference, practicing non-interference. Yeah. Okay, that's the lesson I got out of it that time. Mate, I've been watching this shift for years, right? And then I watched it again and I've picked up something else. So you can see your vibration is becoming a priority, and also you're living within your heart chakra, and you're also ascending. So there you go. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I mean, I think right now more than ever, I think the heart chakra is what, a lot of people need to work on it. I think at our age, everyone has a lot of heartbreak. They have a lot of trauma. They have a lot of just grief, just a lot. And and then not only that, but then the world, there's a lot of things that are programmed to keep us in fear and to keep us out of our heart space, more in the ego, or just in fear, or or just apathetic even. Some people are so traumatized by all the things that have gone on in the world, or just their personal life experiences, or a mix of everything, that some people just shut down. Some people just don't care, and that's, their heart's closed off. It's dark. It's a very, the heart chakra is blocked for a lot of people, I think, and especially if you have any kind of grief, think about that. I mean, even people that have passed, we've all had people cared about close to us that have passed, family members, friends, and that takes a hit, and then, it just, staying in your heart space can be hard when you put on the news, you see all this depressing stuff, you see more truths are exposed, you see,
absolutely, yeah.
It's just so much, but that's done intentional to keep you out of your heart space. They want us in our ego, they want us separated and divided. And that's the whole consciousness shift. That's a big part of it, is stepping out of fear and into the heart space, out of the ego and into the heart space. I think that's the big shift. And if you look around the world, everything's divided. I mean, I can go outside where I'm at right now. I can see a lot of separation, division, a lot of anger, or a lot of people really living from their heart space. A lot of people are so busy in survival mode that they can't even be in their heart space when you're just trying to make it every day,
Absolutely. The thing is, we're all these great things that we've got, and you look at what Jordan Peterson's another great one. Louise Hay, great. There's another lady I got on. I'm going to give her a plug. But at the end of the day, all they're saying is, everyone says, live your dreams, live this, live that, but you can't live it. You can't truly live it without getting into your heart space and your heart chakra and actually breaking down that ego. It's not a case of getting into the heart chakra. You've got to break the ego. and utilize the ego for the benefit of yourself, not the benefit of, you think you're doing everything for yourself. You're damn well not. I look at people going, do you really want that life for yourself? And they talk about, they're talking about how men are being pushed back down and being treated like women back in the 60s, all that shit, and then, women are being oppressed and all this stuff. But at the end of the day, we're all human beings.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you're friggin' male, female, whatever. You live your life the way it is. And it's just like, you can see the divide going. Why can't, people, there's masculine qualities and feminine qualities, and this is why we are in the animal world, right? It's just that we can talk, walk, and we've got a conscious brain. But if you look at how other animals, and say the lions, for example, and tigers and all that work, we're purely got pure instinct with that. So the instincts still come out. We're still programmed a certain way. Whatever
reptilian
you want to
brain.
do.
Yeah, it's a reptilian brain. Yeah.
We're still programmed a certain way. And it's not a case of they go, oh, what are you saying? Women should go and stay at home and do the dishes. Get fucked. That's fucking crap. Fuck off. Really. Fucking people, mate. They shit me to tears. Oh, mate, it's called a leash. Mate, don't let me off the leash. People are full of shit. Anyway, but, people should be, if you got to make a conscious decision of what you want to do in life. It's not about, there's divine feminine, divine masculine, and all that kind of stuff. If you want to do something for you, that's fine. You just got to work out what you're doing. But remember, we've got primal instincts as well. Welcome to our most powerful member of this group. She doesn't realize it. Probably sitting in the moon going, increasing the powers that she has. God knows who she's talking to up there. But this is young Sarah, otherwise known as Raven, otherwise known as our witchy poo. We've got our stargazer here. We've got our Earth Warrior, which I'm talking to, and we've also got the most powerful. We got the sorceress from He-Man over here. Protecting Castle Grayskull. How are you going, young lady?
Good. I am a little bit late today because I came out of a very important shamanic journey that just couldn't wait. Yeah.
It's okay. Yeah. So, can you want to talk a little bit about it, or you want to use that for another time? What we're talking about is, we basically went on to. I was just talking about the way where a lot of people can't go into their heart chakra to actually work out their purpose, because their mind and their ego is so friggin' well developed, because they're being bribed and living in this world. And also looking at the stereotypical bullshit that goes on, like had this discussion about, gender roles and all that shit. And I'm just going, there's no friggin' gender roles. It's feminine and masculine. That's the way we're programmed. You know what I mean? There's programming, and then there's forced things upon life, and and one guy goes, oh, what do you expect women to be in the living at home and cleaning after you? And no, then people have to live their life. If the stereotypical, why do you have to stereotype? And if someone does something nice for you, why is it have to be bloody scrutinized, or, oh, you're doing this because you're this, and fuck off, mate. If I want to do something for someone, I'm doing it because I like the person. I hope they do the same thing for me. You just got to work yourself out. There you go. That's my rant for the day.
Well, to sort of touch a little bit, not necessarily on that, but the very first thing you said, which was, people can't get into their heart chakras. That was actually, it's funny that you said that, because sorry, I'm still a little bit out of it. The just shamanic journey going on. It was like I needed to go and fill out okay, so I'll tell you guys what I did. I was talking to Amy, and the witch that taught me how to journey, and she was telling me, she's like, I'm feeling something really big is going on with you, and she's like, tell me about your week. Told her about my week, how I had a weird shamanic exorcism that was completely spontaneous in my shower the other day. Weird shit's been happening to me, lots of weird energy purges and stuff like that. And Amy's like, I need you to do something. She's like, you got to go into lower world in a journey. And she's like, I want you to fill out the paperwork for an eviction notice because we did the exorcism thing in my QHHT session. And we got the demon or entity or whatever that was unstuck from me, but it doesn't want to leave. And it's like, it doesn't have its hooks in me anymore, but it's still fucking there.
Where is
And
it? I'll bring me mate. He's very good at it, apparently. I could say that because it's actually proven I've done it.
okay.
And it didn't take long at all.
I've had experiences like this too, and like I would actually love to speak with an extremely.
Let's chat off air and we'll get that sorted. I'll bring.
Yeah.
He likes to come. My friend likes to come out and play.
Cool, because yeah, my this demon, it's like this entity that's causing my illness. Basically, Amy was like, if you don't evict it soon, like, when you've got a really shitty tenant and you want them to leave your property, like, and
You got to be forced. You got to have force, don't you?
You have to have some sort of like force. She's like, I need you. She's like, he's comfortable there. He's lived there for so fucking long. You've got to go into lower world and go on a journey and like fill out the paperwork, like go and write a formal eviction notice and serve it to him, like serve it to that energy.
Wow.
So that's what I just did. And it's funny that Jay was saying people can't get into their hearts. There were so many fucking things that were outside of me, blocking me on this journey. I literally, like, every step of the way, every time I had a distracting thought, I had to like shower it in light, banish it, like, be gone. You're not my thought. This is not the time for you. You have to get out. I'm on a mission. Go back to the mission. And like every little thought that I was having that was coming in and like trying to distract me from actually getting to the area in my journey where I needed to go and like fill out this paperwork.
Wow.
Like I kept trying to get, like, things kept trying to pull me out of it, like weird thoughts too, like thoughts about like what happened when I was in grade 6, like what about like what's up with the Disney logo on bananas, like don't have anything to do with anything. And it was like they just kept bombarding me. And
yeah, but you've been ascending though, Sarah. This is the thing, you've ascended so much. Here we go, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, now we're going to the next plane. We've ascended, but this young lady here, mate, you talk about Dr. Strange, the Scarlet Witch is right here. But when you ascend, I know I've felt it. I've been having visions 2 to 3 times a night. I get up at 3 o'clock, 3:30 every morning, right? Because of what I'm doing. The only reason I wouldn't have a vision if I go out and have a bloody, go out and party up or something. But the way we've ascended in the last 6 months, especially, well, I believe it's from when the Halloween last year, that's when it all started. And it's all finishing in Halloween. It's all going to finish at Halloween. But you can see all this crazy shit that's been happening to us, We're in personal, personal sort of thing there,
Yeah. Yeah, it's, so yeah, there's so many like shifts and like things happening. And like, even just the fact that like going on these shamanic journeys to like actually get stuff done now, it's, if you had asked me 2 years ago what, like, if this would be the case, like, no. But here we are. I spend most of my time now, not most of my time, but a good chunk of my time in shamanic journey and like just practicing that and doing things in upper world and lower world and like mostly lower world.
You're going to watch Charmed again, young lady. Seriously.
I've actually never watched it.
That's probably why. Go watch it. Seriously. It's the first download I got. You got to go and watch it because what's his name?
I've watched like 2 episodes of it.
Van Prague. David Van Prague or Jason or someone like that anyway. He's the one who oversaw everything with regards to Charmed. And mate, it's basically what we're living, It's amazing. So I believe it this time that's going to be your greatest teacher. Because you watch it, I have a bit of fun, you know what I mean? But if you look deep into things, it's like anything. Like when I watch Cocktail, it's a very spiritual movie, Doctor Strange, very spiritual movie. where you look into it and you really connect on the next level, on the next plane. You know what I mean? So it really changes your vibration, changes your thought pattern, and you really realize where you're really at. You know, how something, where it actually gives you an indication of where you're at.
Yeah. Well, it was really interesting because, like, I'm just like, I gotta do my life theories episode, but serving an eviction notice and like going and doing the paperwork in lower world shouldn't take that long. So I gave myself like half an hour. But these thoughts just kept coming up, and like you said, people can't get into their heart, and it's because there are so many energies floating around that are looking for homes that do not belong to us, that will take up any space that is open. So if you're noticing, and this is something that I've been practicing quite a lot recently, if you're noticing that you keep having distracting thoughts and you're trying to get something done or you're trying to focus and you absolutely can't, ask whatever is not of you that is causing this distraction to leave. Actually, no, don't ask. Like, I'm saying that wrong. You have to command that.
You command, yeah.
You have to command. Like, this is not of me. This thought process is not of me. You are trying to take me away from my divinity and my truth. You are trying to take me away from my goals right now. And that is not divinity. I need you to leave. I banish you. Say whatever you need to say to get that energy out and like flowing back to the earth or back to the heavens, whichever direction feels more correct for you and the situation. And just keep doing that every single time. And I'm noticing that the amount of time that elapses in between like when I lose my focus to like when I'm getting it back and back on my flow again is so much faster now. If I just like, I'm aware of it, like this isn't of me, this isn't what I'm trying to do right now. There's a distraction mechanism in place right now. I banish it and do what you need to do. Say what feels aligned and right for you to make that energy go away, and then refocus on your thing. And it tends to work pretty well.
Well, and I also think the more we are focusing on and giving a negativity, the more it's going in a loop. So not only do you have your own whatever limiting beliefs or emotional trauma that we're dealing with when we're doing all the shadow work and stuff, now we have other forces. And I had the same thing when I told Sarah when I went to go see a shaman too, and I had a snake was behind, like attached to my third eye and crown chakra, and it was hiding. It was disguising as like she thought it was my power animal. She said, "Oh, you have a snake spirit animal." And then she said, "Wait, let me see the intentions of it," right? And she had a pendulum, whatever, and not good intentions, right? And it was creepy just to think that I've been sitting here chilling, and I could have picked up at any time. She thinks it was during my addiction stage, but but attachments. Now that I'm learning. I know I'm still learning about this, but like, they can catch on so easily. And if you're already in a lower vibration and the veil is thinner and your aura is not strong, especially if you're doing things that weaken your aura, I'm going to say alcohol is probably a big one, even lower vibrational foods, even the content you're consuming. If you're in a fear state, these things are going to latch on to you, because who knows when that thing latched on to me. But I mean, I did feel a little cloudy in my third eye. Like, I feel like I want to develop more spiritual gifts and do things, but I kept feeling a little off. And after I got done with her, I feel like a cloud was released. I feel like there was like a dark cloud over me. I could still do what I had to do, but it's like, that's just showing an example of like how easy, and I do a lot of things for healing and to keep my vibration high, and that thing's still gone on to me, somehow.
Yeah.
That's
it's
creepy.
Also too, like, you just went through the thing with your mom as well, and when you go through heavy periods of grief, that's also another period when you're in a lower vibrational frequency.
Yeah, it could be that.
And those energies can come in easier when you're in statements of grief as well. And especially if you're going through the grief in the environment with
where it happened,
with your dad, the way that he is, that's an open portal waiting to happen, basically. Like the narcissistic energy from dad, and then the grief from losing mom. Like that's a whirlwind of negative energy. Like, yeah. So
we have to watch, Sarah. You got to watch the Samadhi video. You have to watch it.
The Samadhi video. Which one? Can you send me a link?
I'll send it to you now on the chat. But I was just talking about being grounded within yourself and killing the ego and working within your heart space, not allowing anything external to affect where you're at.
Did you send me that the other day?
Yep.
Yeah, I did watch that.
What do you reckon?
It's yeah. I gotta watch it
It's
again.
there.
Yeah.
Oh, I watch it again and I get something out of it every time.
Yeah.
I always
Yeah.
have to watch. I have to watch that or the shift at least once a week
Yeah.
because I get something out of it every single time.
Yeah.
That means I am definitely growing.
Yeah.
It's it's one of those things, So here we go. Hang on.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, I think the full moon's opened up a lot of things to think about, especially about yourself. I look at everything I'm doing, but I'm just doing it now. I'm just accepting what is, and just going, okay, let's just do what we've got to do. As I said, I've got to watch Charmed myself.
Yeah.
I don't know,
I think I don't know if you guys already went over this, but the Sagittarius full moon is very much about like reclaiming personal power, and like just looking inward and like doing what you can to like give yourself like an inward tune-up. So that's where I'm at right now, is just like, where can I give myself more love? Where can I give myself more compassion? Where can I be more grounded in my own self? And like, where can I be more disciplined? Even like, there's a lot of things that I'm working on with like self-discipline and like sticking with routines and like not slipping up and just like staying on the path of the things that my higher self keeps telling me that I'm like, well, I'll do it later. Like just trying to like
you get to a point though. You get to a point though, as you said, you're exactly right. All the American Indian spirits have come around me. I called it June, September, December. Plus December will be the good stuff, real good stuff. But October's when the veil opens again during the summer solstice, and we've got the winter equinox coming on the 21st, 22nd. So there's a lot of important dates coming up. But where we're at, why we say they're important, because we have ascended. So if you look back on us even 12 months ago, you can go, right, you've changed, and you've changed. Where are you at? What have you learned? What's your guide? It's like, I feel more calm about a lot of things. I mean, I've got a lot of things going. I look at my notebook and I'm going, okay. But I did some stuff. Yeah, it was very simple yesterday. It wasn't stressful. I just did it, and that was the end of it. And in the end, I go, God, I did a lot today. But again, you're going towards your purpose. But at the same time, you've just got to understand, you just got to let things flow for what it is and trust in the universe. It's got the right way. A lot of people say don't work for what you want. That's another thing. Another guy goes, oh, what, you're going to sit there and wait for it to come to you? I go, yeah, no worries. I can walk to bloody the other end of the country. I've got to walk it. What you do is, the way to describe it is, you walk it, but you let things happen as it is. If a storm comes, you deal with it. Right? When you get good things, you get the nice sun. What do? You do with something. But you got your purpose, which is guiding you in that way. Coming from the shadow where we had, coming from the dark shadow, moving into this and go, okay, what have I got to do? And you get up in the morning and go, what have I got to do today? Okay. And the universe will tell you what to focus on. Don't go against that.
Yeah.
It's really weird, and have the emotion too. The other thing was, quickly before I burn the house down. Yeah, should be a bloody.
Is that
comedian.
some sage or Palo Santo, or is it something else?
I'd say sage on this. Yeah, I put it right up my nose. Beautiful. Anyway,
it looks like you have a big smoke cloud on you.
Yeah, I'll imagine what people are thinking now.
Looks like you're smoking up.
What's he doing? Oh, just to let you know, ladies, but I've never touched a drug in my life, never smoked in my life. There you go.
Never?
Quote, never.
Wow.
Never touched it.
Congratulations.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. So if you're thinking this is a bit of the the old goody two shoes, it's not. There you go. Guys, thank you so much for your time with everything with this full moon. Looks like we've got a lot of stuff to chat about and a lot of stuff to move on with. Remember the journal, guys. Remember to live your best life. Journal
Stay
as much
grounded.
as you can.
Stay grounded. That's the thing. I went out in nature. I did some hiking this week, and it really helped me like bring in all these frequencies, like ground them, and just get more into my body, and even heal some of my lower chakras, because I feel like that's also part of the shower. Sometimes like being comfortable in your body, like exercising in nature, like I don't know, it does something different for me.
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay. All right, guys. All right, I'm going to have to jump off, but thanks very much, guys. We're really quickly follow us on Life Theories, hashtag Life Theories on YouTube. We've got Instagram, Facebook, and wherever else, TikTok as well. We've got Trailblazers of the Universe, Diana up there in the space. She's on everything, Facebook, TikTok, you know, in your backyard, wherever you want to be, she'll be there. You can catch any type of content. She's on there doing a great job, and her partner Shane as well, doing a wonderful job on Facebook and TikTok and Instagram. We've got our young Raven here, the one who's joining the spiritual power. I don't know what I'm saying now, but she's a sorceress. That's it. That's what I'm looking for. The sorceress. So if you want to join her on any type of Facebook socials, you can go at Facebook, you go TikTok, and it's Big Soul Healing.
You got it right. Oh my gosh, it only took you a month.
Well, that'd be once in a lifetime, but anyway. And she's doing some wonderful things with what she's doing with her growth, and very, very powerful. Go and see her. That's the way it is. And also the big fella, Cortez Medford. We love you, mate.
He's on his journey still. I've been watching his TikToks. He's pretty far along the retention journey.
Ladies and gentlemen, semen retention and all that stuff. Spiritual Needs TV on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. And myself, you've got Words of the Warrior on TikTok with Jackie Lyons with doing the 1111 Spiritual Transit podcast. Should be on in about 2 minutes. And also Journey of a White Feather, just posting to see what's going on, making sure they see what journey we're on, and we're doing the best we can to help the planet become better. Live your purpose, ladies and gentlemen. Take care. We'll see you soon. See you next Monday for Live Theories. Take care. See you. Peace out.
Bye.